Well, welcome everybody. So glad you are all here. Welcome at home. I'm Allie. This is going to be an hour-long chair class, and we're going to start out by just finding ourselves a nice seat on our chair, adjusting so we have the knees, right over the ankles, feet about hips width distance apart. Everything feels nice and centered. Maybe you close your eyes if you feel comfortable with that. You can always just keep a soft gaze, but allow your eyes to rest. Just rest your hands wherever is comfortable. This could either be palms down, it could be palms up if you want to welcome in a little receiving energy, just calling from outside of yourself and allowing yourself to receive anything that comes back. And just begin to tune into your body. Notice as we let go of that sense of sight, how it just naturally turns the focus inward. And begin to notice the subtle things outside of your awareness before suddenly come into focus. Sensations, breath. Just begin to notice your breath, the flow of the inhale in, exhale out. Just allow your breath to deepen. Own rate, without forcing anything. Allowing belly to balloon out with each inhale. Draw back in with the exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then we're going to start to add our movement. And we're going to begin by just taking the arms down by the sides. You could lightly hold on to your chair here. Create a nice tall spine. Take a moment to feel your feet. Settle both feet evenly down on the ground. And then with your next inhale, reach your right arm up. We're going to lengthen the right arm up alongside the ear. Exhale, we'll lower the right arm down. And then as we inhale, we can reach the left arm up. Exhale, we'll lower the left arm down. And we're going to go side to side. Inhaling, reaching right arm up. Exhaling to lower down. Inhaling, reaching left arm up. Exhaling to lower down. We'll go just a few more times. You can speed up the movement if you like, but focus on getting as much length as you can as you reach up. And just feel the solidness of your seat, your feet, all throughout. One more time, side to side. We'll reach the left arm up. We're going to pause. And then from here, let's reach the right arm up as well. So now both arms just reaching straight up. Keep your nice tall spine. Keep your belly button engaged. And so we're supporting the low back. And then from here, let's interlace the fingers. Let's flip the palms up towards the ceiling. We're just going to create even more reach. Steady down through both feet, through your sitting bones, and begin to lean towards the right. We'll drop towards the right any amount. Listen to your body. Let's come back up through center. We're going to lean towards the left, any amount. Come back up through center. Let's keep the palms reaching up, and let's just take a few circles here with the torso, reaching the chest forwards, to the side, around, and back. Any amount of a circle here. It could be a really small circle. It can be larger. Go one more circle this way. And then we're going to pause and just take those circles the opposite direction. So this will be more of the upper torso, the circling of your upper chest, shoulders, a little into the neck. And let's come back through center. Take one more nice big reach up through the palms. And then let's rotate the palms down. We're going to take the hands back behind the head, opening elbows wide. And just take a moment to feel that stretch of the elbows apart, that openness across the front of your chest. We're going to take an inhale. We'll curl the chest forwards and up, maybe shifting gaze up towards the ceiling. And then on the next exhale, we're going to crunch and round in, drawing elbows in towards one another. Now we'll match the breath here. As we inhale, we're going to open back up, maybe lifting the gaze up. Exhale to round, and we can draw the elbows towards one another. Inhale to lift back up, opening the heart. Exhaling, we can round in. 2 more times. And then let's inhale to lift back up. We'll draw elbows wide, stretch both arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe we gaze up. And then let's bring palms to touch and just lower the hands down through heart center. We'll pause for a moment here. If you have an intention you'd like to set for your practice, you can take that to heart here. Anything you're working on, anything you want to call into your life in this moment. And then from here, let's just lower the arms down by the sides. And we're going to do a little walking, a little cross crawl here. So we're going to lift the right knee up. We're going to cross the left arm over towards that right knee, and we'll lower it down. This time we're going to lift left knee, crossing right arm over. Just kind of a little side to side here, opposites. Like we're walking in place, and you can focus on lifting the knee up as high as you like. We're going to do that with a tall spine. This is great for balancing out the brain, connecting the right and left sides of the brain, balancing our energy side to side. Go side to side. One more time. And then just lower the arms, lower both feet down. And now we're going to kind of build on that a little bit. So we're going to inhale, reaching the arms around and up. We're going to interlace the fingers. We'll bring the hands back behind the head. And now from here, we're going to lift the right foot up. We're going to cross the left elbow over towards that right knee. We'll add a twist. We're going to set the right foot down, come back to center. So we'll lift the left foot up. We're going to crisscross over to that left knee, set the left foot down. So kind of like bicycles here. We don't have to have the knee and elbow meet. We can work in that direction. We're going to focus on the twist of the spine and lifting the opposite knee up as high as we can. And you just listen to your body. You work within your body here. Just find your edge this moment in time. Side to side, just one more time. Come back through center. Let's reach both arms up. Maybe we gaze up. And then we'll bring the palms to touch. We'll lower the hands down through heart center. And then we're going to take the hands down to the lap here. We're going to do a few rounds of traditional cat and cow. So as we inhale, we'll reach the chest forwards, the heart forwards. Maybe we shift the gaze up. And then as we exhale, we're going to round, scoop in, and then inhale to flow the chest forwards. Exhale to round, and you can lean back, straightening into the arms. And we're just going to go a few more times. Follow your breath here. Listen to your body. This whole practice, I want you to think about what you are feeling in each shape, finding what the greatest sensation is you can find in that shape without going over, without going too far. We're listening to find the edge in our body, which might not be necessarily what we think or what we want it to be. See if you can notice it just as it is. One more cycle here. It's just what it is right now in the moment. Let's come to stillness, find a nice tall spine. And then we'll take the hands down to the chair. We can scoot a little bit further forwards on our chair for the moment. And then we're going to extend the right leg out, coming down onto the right heel. And we're going to reach out through that right heel. And then we'll extend the left leg out and we'll reach out through that left heel. But we can keep the foot down on the ground to start here. Just building up. Going side to side, straightening the leg. And the key, see if you can keep your upper half just the same. We're just lengthening out the leg, setting that heel down. All right. Side to side, one more time. And then we're going to plant both feet. And now we can scoot a little bit further back on the chair. So we have some more support for the legs, for the hips. Now we can bring, well, you can hold on to the sides of the chair here or bring your hands to your lap. We're just going to lift up the right leg and we're going to reach out through the right heel. And we'll set the right foot down. We're going to lift the left leg up, set the left foot down. And see if you can do this without changing anything in the upper half. Think about using your abdominals here, hugging belly button in towards the spine. So we've got that tall seat. We'll just go side to side one more time. And then we're going to come back to the right side. We're going to extend out through that right heel. We're going to pause this time. Maybe we take a few ankle circles. You can always support with your hand under that right leg if that feels better for you. Giving that little extra support. We'll go the opposite way. And then come to stillness. Let's bend into the right knee, set the right foot down. We can lift up the left leg. Again, we could support under that left thigh. We're going to take our circles. And then go the opposite way. And then come to stillness. Let's set that left foot down. Now we're going to take the legs just a little bit wider. We might use our blocks here. We can take the blocks down between. And then let's take a nice big inhale. We'll reach up. As we exhale, let's fold. Actually, okay, hold up. Let's take the blocks outside of the feet here. This will be better. Sorry. Yep, rearranging. So we'll try that one more time. Inhaling to reach up. And then as we exhale, let's fold forwards. We're going to hinge over the hips, folding over our thighs. We can bring the hands down to the blocks. And just pause here for a moment. So we can just support the hands with the blocks. If you find that your hands can reach the ground, no problem. You can always bring your hands down to the ground. And then from here, let's take an inhale, find a halfway lift. We're going to lift up, lengthening the spine, straightening into the arms, reaching crown of the head forwards. And then fold back in. You can relax your neck here. Let your gaze shift down. One more time. Let's inhale, find that halfway lift. We're going to find a long spine. We're gazing down towards the mat, reaching crown of the head forwards. Exhale to fold in. One more time. We'll find that halfway lift. Exhale to fold in. Now this next time, let's take the hands up to the legs. You can use your hands here to help press yourself up. We're going to come all the way back up to a seat. Just take a moment. Let your crown of your head, the head reach up and just feel yourself in space here. Going from head below the heart to coming back up again. Sometimes we feel a little lightheaded. But then from here, we're going to step the feet wide. And then we can come a little bit forwards on our chair maybe. So we get a little more freedom for the legs. And we're going to take some windshield wipers side to side. Just letting the knees fall one way, fall the other. One more time, side to side. And then bringing the knees back up. Now we'll stay right to the front edge of the chair here. We're going to start by just turning towards, this is where I always get mixed up with rights and lefts. I'm going to remember not to mirror you guys. So we're going to just turn, so our right side, our right hip is on the edge of the chair, and our right knee is going to point over towards that right side. So we've just turned sideways on our chair. So our right hip, our right leg are supported. Then we're going to take the right hand to the chair. We're going to step our left leg back, and we're going to stay on the left toes, but we just want our left knee to point down. So we're in a lunge here. You can always adjust your right hip. You can always adjust that back foot back a little bit more if you want more of a stretch, or we've got that left knee pointed straight down. And then from here, we're going to inhale to reach the left arm straight up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to lean in towards that right side. And then let's come back up through center. We're going to lower the left arm down. We'll inhale to reach the left arm up and over. We can match our breath here, coming back up, lowering that left hand down. Inhale, we'll reach back up. One more time, maybe two. Let's go one more time. And then we can take that left hand back down to the left hip. Now from here, we're going to rotate towards that right side, towards the back of our chair. So we're going to stay here. We're going to take the left hand over to the chair, right hand over to the chair. Take an inhale here to lift up through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, rotate your right ribs back, your left ribs forwards. Our gaze will shift towards the chair. So we've got a twist in our lunge here. And then let's just very slowly begin to unwind ourselves. We're going to bring the torso forwards. We can bring the left knee forwards. We're going to walk ourselves back through center. We're going to switch it out. So we want the left hip on the edge of the chair, that whole left thigh on the edge of the chair, and we're going to bring our left knee over the ankle. So we're preparing for a lunge. Then we can hold on to the chair. We're going to step the right toes back. The right knee is going to point down, and we're facing sideways. You can always bring your right knee forwards if you're getting, just keep your right knee a little bit more forwards, Meredith, that's fine. And then from here, we're going to hold on to the chair with the left hand. We'll reach the right arm up. We're going to lean in towards that left side. And then we'll come back up through center. We're going to let that right hand come down. Let's inhale to reach up. Exhale, we can inhale, we'll lift up, lowering that right hand down. And lean. We'll just do that one more time. And then we'll let that right hand come down. This is where we're going to find our rotation. So we're going to take the right hand over to the chair. You can walk the left hand a little bit further back. We're going to take an inhale to reach up through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, think about shifting your left ribs back, your right ribs forwards. We're gazing towards the side. You feel that twist all the way up the spine, the mid to upper back. And then let's slowly unwind the twist. We can bring the right hand to the hip. We're going to bring the right knee forwards. We're going to slowly walk our way back through center. And now, we'll do a little bit more movement for the hips before we come into our goddess pose. So what we're going to do is we'll start from our seat with our feet planted. We're going to step the right foot wide and extend out onto that right heel. And then we'll bring the right leg back in. We're going to step left foot wide, lowering down onto the left heel. Step back in. We'll go wide, come back in, go wide. We'll just do that a few more times. All right, one more time. Plant that left foot down. Now we're going to step the feet as wide as we're comfortable going. We'll come right to the front edge of the chair. We're going to open from the hips here. So the hips are opening, the toes can turn out, the heels can turn in. We've got our goddess pose on the chair. And just to make this fully into our goddess, we're going to think about tailbone lengthening down, crown of the head reaching up. You can feel your hips here in space. Feel that length all the way up your spine. We can feel what's going on in the low half and in the legs. Now we're going to add the arms. We'll see if we can do this without changing anything else. Think about that sensation in your low half. And then let's reach the elbows wide, palms forward. So we've got this 90-degree bend in either arm. We're keeping everything else the same. Maybe we think about lightly drawing belly button in towards the spine, reaching the elbows wide, any amount. And then let's take the hands back down to the legs. We're going to bend into the right forearm. We'll reach the left arm up. We're going to lean in towards that right side. We'll just pause. Let's take an extra breath here. Lightweight with that bottom forearm. And then let's come back up. This time we can take the left forearm to the thigh. The right arm will reach up. We're going to lean in towards that left side. And then we'll come back up. We'll take that right hand down to the leg. Now from here, we're going to plant both palms on the thighs, and we're going to take a little dip and a twist. We'll start by dropping the right shoulder down. We're going to rotate, shift the gaze over the left shoulder. And then we'll come back up through center. We're going to drop the left shoulder as we gaze over towards the right. And back up through center. We'll do a dip and a twist towards the left. Dip and a twist towards the right. One more time. Either side. And then we come back through center. And now this is going to be a little different. We're going to keep the feet wide, keep the spine long. We're going to hinge forwards, steady into the feet, and we're going to see if we can lift our seat up, maybe an inch or two. And then come back down. And then we're going to lean forwards, press into our feet, lift our seat up, and then lower down. Remember, you can always just pause. You make this your own practice. You don't have to do anything that I say. It's an option. You can see where we're at. Maybe we just go one more time. And then we'll set it down. And let's just let that go. We'll take the feet, heel toe the feet forwards. Let's bring the knees forwards. We're going to settle with that 90-degree bend in the legs. And then let's straighten the left leg out. From here, we're going to take the left hand over to the right knee. We're going to sweep the right hand behind, land it down on the chair behind you. Take an inhale to lift up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, just rotate any amount towards that right side. And then let's slowly come back through center. We'll bend into the left knee. We'll extend the right leg out long. We're going to take that right hand to the left knee, sweep the left hand back to the chair. Take an inhale. As you exhale, just rotate any amount towards that left side. And then let's slowly come back through center. We're going to bend back into the right knee. And then from here, let's see. Just give yourself a hug. We're going to sweep the left arm underneath the right. Just give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rock a little side to side. And then let's just open the arms wide. We'll cross the right arm underneath the left. Give yourself a hug. You can always rock a little side to side. And then come to stillness. We'll open the arms wide. And then just rotate the palms down. Let your arms slowly float down by your sides. And from here, we're going to find our way up to standing so we can lean forwards. We're going to come up to rise. Let your arms hang. Take a nice little swish side to side. Slow it down. Come to stillness. And now we're going to do some standing work. We're just going to make sure. So we're going to come to the back side of the chairs. So the chairs are on the mat. We're going to face the back side. Make sure that your chair is nice and stable. We've got it on something so that it won't slip around if we're at home. And then we're going to just bring the fingertips slightly down onto the chair. Now we're going to start by finding our feet in our mountain pose. So feet about hips width distance apart, feet parallel. We're going to take a moment to feel the feet. Maybe we rock a little bit forwards onto the toes, rock a little bit back onto the heels. This can just be a gentle movement. It doesn't have to be our biggest movement here. We're just going to feel into the bottoms of the feet. And then we're going to land our feet somewhere right in between forwards and back. So we're even front to back on the feet. And now we're just going to rock a little onto the outside edges of the feet, a little onto the inside edges of the feet. So this, you might notice you have a predisposition to kind of settle your feet a little bit more towards the outsides or the insides. This will bring some awareness to that. We're going to try to now settle the feet evenly, side to side on the mat. So this might be where we have to kind of break against our norm here. I know I tend to go a little bit more onto the outside edges of the feet, so I have to bring a little more awareness to the inside edges. Now from here, we're going to inhale and we're going to lift up onto the toes, and we're just going to pause, lifting up the heels any amount, and then we'll lower the heels down. So these nice slow calf raises. We're going to lift up onto the toes, lifting as high as we can. Lower down. We'll do that one more time. And lower down. And now we're going to add on to that just a little bit. We're going to make it a little more challenging. We'll bring the feet together. We have our chair here for support, for stability. We're going to hook the right ankle behind the left ankle. And just see if you can kind of wrap. It's just a bind to keep that right foot off the ground. So just our left foot is on the ground. And we're going to do that same move. We're going to lift up onto the left toes. We're going to lift that left heel up any amount. And then lower down. We'll do 3. So it just adds a little bit more onto that left leg. Lower the left heel down. Last time. Lower your left foot down. We'll unwrap the right leg. We're going to plant that right foot down. Think about that connection of the right foot with the mat. Lighten up your left foot. Hook your left foot behind that right leg. Make sure we feel steady before we add any movement. We're going to lift up onto the right toes, lifting up that right heel any amount. Lowering down. Lifting. Lowering. And then we'll let that right heel land. Now we'll unhook the left ankle. Just give your legs a little wiggle out here. And then we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take our block. So we're going to take a block. And we're going to take it the skinny way. We're going to place it in between the legs, wherever you can hold on. And we still keep our legs parallel here. So we want our feet, parallel with the hips. So it could be higher, it could be lower. We're holding onto that block with the legs. And now we're going to find a chair pose. So we're going to keep that hold of the block. That's going to remind our inner thighs to engage in. And we're going to settle the hips down any amount. You're going to be the judge here. We're going to let the hips settle. Keep the spine nice and long. We can have the hands just lightly on the chair. You can always give yourself a little bit more room. You want to go a little bit lower. We've got the block. We're holding on with the block. Now we're going to keep the left hand on the chair. We're going to reach the right arm straight out to the side. And we're going to rotate right. Think right ribs reaching back, right arm reaching back any amount. Come back through center. We'll take the right hand to the chair. We're going to reach the left arm out. We're going to rotate left ribs back, left arm back any amount. Come back through center. We'll take the left hand down. Let's do that one more time. Right arm reaches out. We're going to rotate right. Come back through center. Take that right hand down. Left arm reaches out. We're going to rotate left. Back through center. Left hand down. Straighten into your legs. Let's let go of that block. And then from here, we're going to walk the feet back. Walk the feet back. Finding our downward facing dog on our chair. So we're going to step the feet back until the ankles are roughly aligned underneath the hips. We've got a long spine, and we're going to straighten the arms any amount. We'll see if we can bring the arms up alongside the ears. And we're going to just gaze down towards the mat. Feel as all that length of your spine as you reach your tailbone back, as you reach crown of the head forwards. We've got our torso parallel with the mat. We can bend a little into one knee, straighten into the other, bend a little into the other knee. If that feels good, you can kind of go side to side. And then let's put a bend into both knees. And we're going to begin to walk the feet forwards as we lift ourselves up here. Coming back up to stand. And now we're going to take a big step back with the right foot. We're going to plant the right foot down. So our hips are still facing up towards the top for our warrior one. And we're going to bend into that left knee. We're going to plant that left foot down. We're sealing the right foot down. And then we're going to just lift up the chest here. Keep belly button engaged in. Let's reach. Keep your left hand on the chair. We're going to reach the right arm up alongside the ear. And then sweep the right arm down and back. We'll keep everything else the same. We'll reach the right arm up. Sweep the right arm down and back. Reach the right arm up. Down and back. And then we'll reach the right arm back up. And now we're going to set the right hand down on the chair. We'll reach the left arm up. Same thing. We'll go 3 times. Sweeping the left arm down and back. Reaching back up. Sweeping down and back. Last one. We'll reach the left arm back up. Set the left hand down. Now we're going to straighten out into that left leg. Keeping the hips facing the chair, keeping a long spine. We're going to begin to hinge and tip, folding over the hips. Hands, forearms could always come to the top of the chair, or we could bring the hands down to the bottom of the chair. And think about kind of that same idea as in down dog. The length in your spine as you reach the crown of the head forwards, as you lengthen the tailbone back. Our pyramid pose. We'll take one more breath. And then we're going to begin to bend back into the left knee. We're going to walk the hands up to the top of the chair if we lower down. And then from here, we can come up onto the right toes and just take a big step forwards with that right leg and give the legs a little wiggle. And then we're going to steady down through the right foot. We're going to take a big step back, left foot, planting that left foot down, finding our warrior one. So we're steady in the feet, then we can just settle into this. We can bend into the front knee, we can press back through the back thigh, we can keep the chest lifted, but you can be really light with our hands here. You want to even try letting go of the chair, you can do that. Just test out your balance. We're going to do that same movement with the arms. We'll start with the right side, reaching the right arm up, sweeping the right arm down and back. Reaching up. See if you can keep everything else the same. You'll be really light with that left hand. You could even just take the left hand to the hip if you want. Then we're going to bring the right arm up. We'll take the right hand back down to the chair. We're going to reach the left arm up, sweep the left arm down and back. Reaching up, down and back. We'll go one more time. Then we'll reach up and set that left hand down. Now we're going to straighten into the right leg. We're going to keep the spine long as we hinge and tip, folding over the hips, finding our pyramid pose. Settling in, letting the gaze shift down, and then we just take a couple of breaths here. If it's ever too much straightening, you can always just bend and then straighten back out. If it's too much to hold it, if you ever get any type of cramp. And then let's begin to bend back into the right knee. We can walk the hands up. We're going to lift the chest, and then we'll lift onto the ball of the back foot. Take a big step up. Give your legs a little wiggle. And then we're going to turn to face sideways on our mat. We'll bring our left hip towards the chair, but we're going to go sideways. So left side towards the chair. We're going to take the left hand to the chair, step the feet wide as you're comfortable going. We're going to do a little warrior two. So you can always step off your mat a little bit if you need more room. And then we're gonna lift up onto the left toes and we're gonna open the left hip up, bringing the left knee to point towards the chair as much as it's going to. And maybe we bring our right toes forward slightly, but mostly our hips are gonna be towards that long edge of the mat. And then we're just gonna reach the right arm out to a T. We can keep the left hand to the chair. And then from here, let me think about how we're gonna do this here. We're gonna keep the left hand to the chair. We're gonna flip the right palm up, and then we're gonna lean in towards the chair, extending that right arm alongside the ear. And then let's lift back up. We can let the right hand come down to the right leg. We're gonna do that 2 more times, reaching the right arm up and over, leaning towards the chair, coming back up, letting that right hand lower. Last time. Letting that right hand lower. Now let's just see, let's lighten up the left hand. We're gonna keep everything the same in our legs here. We're gonna try reaching the left arm up and just reaching the left arm up alongside the ear, or you keep a hold of the chair. Now let's take the left hand back down to the chair. We're gonna straighten into the left leg, shift the left toes towards the long edge, and then we can step the feet in. Give the legs a little wiggle. I just want to give little options for challenges along the way. I'm going to think of more as we go. And then from here, we're going to turn it around. So now we want to have the right hip towards the chair. We're going to step the feet wide, finding our warrior 2, second side. So we're going to lift up onto the right toes, open up the right hip. The right knee is going to point towards the block. Our hips are open towards the long edge, maybe just the left toes poking slightly forwards. And then we're going to bring the left arm out to a T. We could always try reaching the right arm out to a T, gazing over the right fingertips. And then we're gonna take the right hand down to the chair. We'll flip the left palm up. We're gonna lean in towards that right side, extending the left fingertips forwards. And then steady into your feet. As you inhale to come back up, we can let that left hand come down. And then we're gonna lean in towards that right side, arcing the fingertips overhead. Come back up. One more time. And then let's take the left hand to let the left hand stay down on that left leg. We'll try lightening up the right arm, flipping the right palm up, and then just reaching the right arm up alongside the ear. Keeping everything else the same, or we just keep the right hand to the chair and then we can take the right hand back down to the chair. We're going to straighten into the right leg, shift the right toes towards the long edge, walk, step, or hop your feet back in towards one another. Give your legs a little wiggle, a little shake out. All right, one more thing here. Before we come back down to our seat, we're going to grab our strap while we're standing. And we're going to take the strap, unwrap it. We're going to take it in the right hand. We're going to take the hands back behind the back. We're going to grab the other end of the strap with the left hand. And you give yourself as much reach as you need here with the strap, but we're going to eventually be working towards crawling the hands in a little bit closer so that you can think about moving in that direction. We want as much width as we need, but over time, we're going to think about bringing the hands in a little closer together. We're going to steady down through both feet, even weight through the feet, build your awareness there. So we're nice and steady. And then we're going to straighten into the arms. We're going to lift the hands up off the low back, any amount. See if you can keep everything else the same. We're just straightening into the arms, lifting the hands up off the low back. So we get that stretch right to the shoulders. If it's feeling tight in your shoulders, you can always go wider on the strap. And then let's slowly lower the arms down. We can set the strap aside for the moment. Take a few shoulder circles if you want to go one way. If you want to go the other way. And then we're going to come back down to our chairs, to a seat. And then once we've got our seat, we're going to wrap the right leg over the left, crisscross. So we've got a nice tight wrap of the legs. And now, sorry guys, grab your strap. Sorry. So maybe we grab our strap first, and then we're going to wrap that right leg over. So we got to redo here. We're going to take the strap into the right hand. If this is too complicated, we can always do it without the strap, but strap in the right hand, reaching the right arm up. And then we're going to bend into the right elbow, reaching that right hand behind. Do you know where we're going? We're going to reach the left arm out to the side. We're going to dial the left thumb down, and we're going to scoot the left hand behind the back, and we'll see if we can grab somewhere on the bottom end of that strap. Over time, we can be working towards crawling the hands closer together. We're going to see if we can keep the chest lifted, belly button engaged in. We'll work towards reaching the right elbow point up. And then this is when we don't want to force anything in the shoulders. Make sure your shoulders feel okay. Give yourself some grace, a little extra room with that strap. Let's take one more breath here. And then we'll release that bottom arm first. We'll release the top arm. You can always give your shoulders a quick little roll out. And then we're going to take it to the opposite side. So we'll take the strap in the left hand. We're going to lift the left arm up. We're going to let the strap dangle behind. Then we'll bend into the left elbow. So the hand comes behind the back. And the right arm can come out to the side. We'll dial the thumb down. We'll scoot that right hand behind. See where we can grab on the strap. And then we're reaching the left elbow point up. And we're working towards crawling that right hand up. But we don't want to force anything. Just if you feel like you're not getting enough of a stretch, you can move in that direction. We have just 2 more breaths, and just observe what you feel in your body, maybe where your mind goes. And then we'll release. We're going to let go with that bottom arm, let go with the top, give the shoulders a little wiggle out. And no matter what that was for you, just let that be okay. Know that you did everything just right. And then let's come back to our seat, back to center. We can rest the hands on the lap. And then from here, let's just take the feet a little bit wider. And this time, we're just going to fold in, hinging over the hips, softening in over the legs. We're going to come into a fold, and maybe we grab for opposite elbows here. And we're just going to take a little ragdoll. Just letting the crown of the head come down. You can either hold still or you can take a little rocking side to side if that feels good. Yeah, so I'm just rocking a little if that feels good. Let's just take one more breath. And let's let the hands come down. You can bring your hands up to your legs and then just slowly begin to press yourself up all the way up. And give yourself a moment here. Once you come back up, we'll heel toe the feet in. And then from here, let's extend the right leg out. We're going to take an inhale, reaching the arms around and up, creating length. And then as you exhale, just fold in over that right side. Just let your hands come down wherever they want to land on that right leg. Just don't be forceful. Just let the hands kind of softly land there. And then we can walk the hands back up. We'll lift up. And we'll bend into that right knee. We're going to extend the left leg out long. Again, we can inhale to reach up. We're going to lengthen out through that left heel. Exhale, we can fold in over that left side. Just let your hands come down. They can land wherever they land, on the leg, and then just relaxing the back of your neck. And then we can just walk the hands back up. We can lift back up. We're going to bend into that left leg. And now we're going to grab our strap one last time for one more thing. This time for the leg. So we're going to just find a nice seat on our chair. Maybe we come back just a little bit so we have more support. We're going to lift the right foot up. We're going to loop the strap around the ball of the right foot. We're going to take one end in either hand. And then we're going to extend that right leg out. We'll lift that right leg up any amount. And if you want to intensify this, we can lift the right heel up. You can go even a little bit higher. We're going to steady down through that left, but keep the chest nice and lifted. Reach out through that right heel. Be okay right where you are. Just find your edge, breathe into it. Notice where you're building up tension. Shoulders, see if you can let that go. Let's bend back into the right knee. Set the right foot down, and we'll switch it out. We're going to come over to the left side, loop the strap around the ball of the left foot. We'll straighten the left leg out, reach the left leg out any amount. So we might come up to chair height. You might come a little bit higher if you like. Just notice how much tension you're creating in your body as you lift higher. See if you can let some of that go in the shoulders, in the neck. Find your breath. Just 2 more breaths. And then let's bend into the right knee, set the right foot down. We'll set the strap aside. And then from here, let's inhale to reach up. Exhale, we're going to rotate right. We're going to let the hands come down, land in your twist here. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And then we'll inhale to come back through center, unwinding, reach up. Exhale to rotate left. We're going to let the hands lower. We'll pause in our twist. And then next inhale, let's come back through center. We'll reach up. Maybe we gaze up. And then just bring your palms to touch. Slowly lower your hands back down through heart center. And then let's bring the hands down to the lap. We are ready for Savasana, our final resting pose. So you can settle yourself. We're going to find our comfortable seat. If you want to add socks, if you want to add layers, please do so. Make sure that your sitting bones comfortably rest on the chair, that you feel supported. You can always come right to the back of your chair if you want more support. And we've got a tall spine. We're just going to relax, closing the eyes, softening the gaze, softening the shoulders. Maybe we take a little mudra today. A chin mudra. We can bring the thumb and the index finger together, either hand. Extend the other fingers out. You can let the palms roll up. But this is just an option. You never have to do any of these. But thumb and index finger together. This is a great mudra, or seal of the hands in this case, to focus the mind. Bring stillness to the mind, calmness to the body. Find our Savasana here. Let yourself just rest quietly. Let your mind be still. Always rest your hands lightly on your lap. Give yourself a little support for the hands. And if at any point the mudra becomes uncomfortable, you can let it go. This is a poem from Dana Faulds entitled Yoga's Reach. It is a wonder how a simple stretch deepens breath and an elegantly held pose grows to touch the whole of me. Like sugar stirred into tea, the potency of yoga spreads from body into mind and heart, revealing an ocean of energy that heals and opens, holds me close and sets me free, all in the same moment. Just gently begin to bring your awareness back. You can release the mudra, just wiggle out your fingers, maybe wiggle a little into your toes. Crunch the hands up and open. And the same with the toes, just scrunching and opening. And then let's just rest the hands on the lap. We're going to do one more thing here. Just start to take some slow circles, reaching the right shoulder towards the right knee, sweeping the chest in front, over to the left, and we're just going to swirl it out here. Just a few times, one way. Let's go the opposite way. And come back through center. Align everything up. Pause. And then just drop your chin down towards your chest and just let the head hang for a moment. You can take a few little rocks side to side. And then we'll just come back through center. And we're going to lift the chin slowly back up. And pause. Next inhale, just slowly circle your arms around and up. We'll bring palms to touch. Exhale, lower your hands down through heart center. Pause here. Just notice what you feel, how you feel. And then if you'd like to join me in the sacred sound of Om, that is always just an option. We can just listen. But if so, we're going to inhale together here. Om. The next inhale, just gently lifting your chest. Exhaling to bow forwards. Thank you all for sharing in this practice with me. Namaste. You, you, you. Thank you at home.